absolutely. That's absolutely the issue. Okay, I know you all can't see the game yet. It's because it did not open in full screen, which is really interesting. Um, I had this. Wow, this looks really cool. So, um, it. I've had this happen in the last couple of games I've started playing. The game doesn't. Is my controller plugged in? Oh, I might use my controller since it's showing content warnings and stuff. Oh, it's ready. Okay, so we'll talk about content warnings in just one second. Let me finish what I was saying. The last couple of games I've opened haven't opened in full screen. So I have to put them in full screen. All right, so if you choose to enter Bad End Theater, you'll witness many scenes involving violence, murder, and death. Despite this dark subject matter, the overall tone of my story is meant to be lighthearted, not too graphic, and never lingering too long in any particular misery. With that said, please exit the theater if you ever feel overwhelmed by despair. My intention is not to harm, but to entertain. I hope you'll enjoy the show. Signed, your playwright. Okay, so this is pretty much the Ren'Py menu, so I'm not surprised that this is what this looks like. It looks fine. I'm going to leave this all as it is. There is an accessibility menu, which you can, I think is like a newer feature, where you can change your font in Ren'Py games. This is cool. And then the buttons and everything, love it. I love that. That's excellent work by the devs. Okay, we're going to hit return, and then let's just start a game. Oh, this is like entering the theater. Haha. As usual, this is a horror game. A lot of my games are horror games, so we are going to probably be experiencing some stuff. I don't know exactly what the stuff is, but just as the dev said, please make sure you take care of yourself if some of this content is too tough for you. I don't think it's going to be that dark, but if it is, please feel free to come back at another time I'm here. I will be back tomorrow too. I don't think what we'll be playing tomorrow will be super dark. I'll probably try and pick something a little bit lighter too. So, all right, welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. Okay. This is so interesting because this is the same game engine I'm working in, so it's really cool to see this in this kind of style. All right, I'm gonna be the demon doll because y'all know me. I want to be the demon doll. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy just minding your own business. That's perfect for Beep Salt. How will you interact with the human doll? Oh, I like that this is wicked, but maybe we'll play nice to start. You try to make friends with the human doll, but it kills you in cold blood? How ruthless. Oh, I got my ass kicked by a doll. You found your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time try controlling the other doll. All right, let's be the human doll. You're a friendly little guy just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Well, I'm gonna play nice with the demon doll because we're being nice today. You and the demon doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you chose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Very, very cool. Now try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes. Okay, so we're gonna make the human doll. Wait, you're the human doll. Your friendly little guy. How will you interact? Okay, so let's attack it. You killed the demon doll in cold blood. How ruthless. Okay. We'll figure it out as it goes, I think. Do you understand how to play? I don't know, but okay. Yeah, I like these little happy guys. It's just me. It's just a little dude, you know? This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Ooh, okay. I got an achievement. It says, welcome to Bad End Theater. So by the way, if you were here when I was playing Faith and I was wondering why I didn't get any achievements in Faith, it's because I don't typically have the Steam overlay on. I do not, for the life of me, understand why not having the Steam overlay meant I got no achievements, but it is truly what happened. So my Steam now has Steam overlay on, so I can actually see achievements. I don't think you all saw them though. So I think, I want to be the overlord. Y'all know me. I want to be evil. So we're going to start with this. You're the overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called a hero whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole overlord thing if you're being quite honest with yourself. You don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone's just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the higher standard like that. I love this art, by the way. It reminds me a little bit of Temmie's art. So Temmie made a couple of, like the Tem from the character from, or the artist who worked on Undertale. They all, I think she's a she, I'm not 100% sure, but Temmie made a couple of short, I think RPG Maker games, I can't remember, but the art is very similar to this where it's like pixelized, but also like very emotive. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. Thank you. Yeah, I thought so. All right, you see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. Does she have a mouth on her forehead too? What to do with this underling? Okay, so there's a tyrant option, and then there's a different option. I think we're gonna start by being tyrants. Tell them to get back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. Is it an I? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is an I. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You wake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? Oh, this art's good. Okay, you rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. Oh. You fall. You have failed your subject. Beep, why did you not think that this would be a bad end? This is called bad end theater. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you're surrounded by, or swallowed by darkness. Damn. Rest in peace. I got an achievement called Conquered Overlord. Okay, well, we're gonna have to reset the stage, but first I have to scratch my eye. Okay. Alright, so now we've unlocked the Overlord being the Tyrant, which I cannot change because that's the only one I've done. Okay, so we can be the Underling this time. You're a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. I love the underlings so much, I know. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for the day off. She gives you an earful. Oh my God, look at the art. She gives you an earful of responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. Is that because we chose the Tyrant, right? What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. It's like, my boss sucks. My boss doesn't suck in real life. I actually like my boss. He's great. They agree that she is kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Let's not. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about the whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably that there's nothing to do. The others nod but don't seem convinced. You say a coup d'etat would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still going to be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Oh. Let's tell her to quit yelling. When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. Don't worry, we'll eat her later, I promise. The bottom line from what you gather is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting, besides you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you find this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends even considered overthrowing her. Uh-oh, she's about to kill me. She gives you a look and you say, that was just a joke, of course. No. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. Okay. This isn't a bad end at all. Oh, after a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has...
It is I, the Supreme Overlord of Ice. Quite impressive.
Not the whole thing.
I am excited about it, but not just me. No. All of my little friends are as well. That's right. Champy, Magazine, Jumpy, and Sandy are all so excited. They can barely contain their excitement. They are burning brighter than the Infinity Unlimited Flame.
The laugh.
Ah, Beep Salt. Welcome back.
Thank you, Domino. Thank you, Domino. I haven't heard that in a while, so that really got to me. Where's my little Gundam plushie? Where is he? He's on the table somewhere. I wanna put him in my lap now. I don't know where he is. All right. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. Oh. We're gonna avenge our fallen comrades. I want a bad end. Who does this guy think he is, coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard, who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kind of down. Oh no, we're saving our friends. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite. Oh, look at this. This art is so cute. You bite into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel a sword go through you, but there's no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile into him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Oh, victorious underling end. Okay. I didn't realize that was, I was going to die, but I didn't realize that was going to go so well. Okay, so now I can choose to be hungry or disloyal. But I didn't choose those. So what happens if I be the underling again? How do I skip? Okay, this. Okay, we're gonna not overthrow her. I want to eat this maiden. That's why we're here, is to eat the maiden, by the way. Gobble her up. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. This underling. You wander into the nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. This is really cute. Oh, okay. I want to put, who need their Maydussy aids? Domino. In my chat? We're gonna put on a show. You attack the nearest human. He's old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams, grow louder. Applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. Okay, that one was called Performer Underling. All right, so we have to like try all these different things. So I can like select them or not select them based off of other things too. So what if I do the underling again? What if I hit this? Okay, so I think the bottom of the screen is if you're not that character, what the character chooses to do. So we're gonna, can I go? I can't go back, can I? Oh, I can go back. Thank you, game. Okay, we're gonna overthrow the Overlord this time since we're going through this. No, you're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new Overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take that day off like you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. Okay. Yeah, I like that the choice has a trait on it because then you know that that's going to give you a new trait. But you don't have to do the choice for it to be selectable, which I think is interesting too. Okay, you sneak out of the castle. This is the same stuff we got. So this was, I'm going to eat her again. And then we're going to change our mind and leave here instead. You figure if people are this upset at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. You're just one little underling after all. This little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle thinking you'll take a nap. After a few hours of sleep, okay, so this is from before. We're going to save ourselves this time so we can get that ending. You look around at the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad not to be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle, until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life far away from any humans or demons, where you'll live peacefully alone in some deep dark forest somewhere. A deserter underling, okay. So do I have any more options? Okay, so we only have 2 options here. Okay, so now let's play as a maiden. Let's go get eaten. Oh, wait, but hold on. Hold on. Can I go back? Oh, shit. Yes. Okay. So he's hungry, so he's going to eat us. Like, we're going to get here and he's going to eat us immediately. So let's have it happen. I'm so curious. All right, you're a maiden. You live in a peaceful village right next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. She's so cute. You're told that you are fated to be captured by the Overlord one day because you're a beautiful young girl. Demon Overlords apparently love capturing those. Lesbians, right here. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity. Who knows? You're in church, you pray to your God asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Okay, I'm going to introduce myself, but then I'm going to truly get eaten. So you tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting. A lot. How painful. This plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything. Of course, this was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. I don't know why this game is making me laugh this much. That's not even a joke. I'm just laughing at it. Okay, consumed maiden end. All right. So now she's polite if I don't play as her. Yeah, we're gonna, that ending sure was an ending. Okay, we're gonna shout for a hero to come save us this time. You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting you. Okay, so we died anyway. Okay. All right, so now let me try turning off this and seeing what happens as the maiden, because now he won't eat us. This is my style of humor, I guess so. You're a maiden, you live in a peaceful village. Okay, so we're gonna be polite and introduce ourselves. You tell the demon your name and explain you're a maiden from the village. You tell them you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't really seem to have been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you're introduced to the Overlord, who is a tyrant, though. She lectures the underling that brought you here, who was apparently told not to leave their post. Okay. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them, but to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe that you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you. These are lesbians. Little by little, you realize they may not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you'd never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. Falling in love with the first Overlord that's slightly nice to you, it's absolutely a typical queer awakening, of course it is. Look at her, she loves her. You've always thought the demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really, they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and all the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. But then a hero barges into the room. Oh shit. His clothes are stained by dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. I know it's this jackass. Get out of here, buddy. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The Overlord has walked past the hero and out into the hall. She's wailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart in retaliation. Oh, you watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord, who you had just been getting along with so well, has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you had been deceived by her sweet words. No, she's just getting revenge because that guy was killing all her family. Demons are ruthless monsters after all. Okay, you somehow managed to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. Oh. Okay, so that's Escape Maiden End A. Interesting. I wonder if that was only because... Oh, I didn't mean to be you. Okay. I didn't mean to be you. Is there going to be more after this now? Or is she just going to take a nap? Oh, she did. Wait, the underling. Hold on. No. Hold on. Okay, so this is different because in the first time that I played as the Overlord, the maiden didn't show up. So, right, you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. So this is when it's going to be different. You awake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. To go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into her eye. It's gay. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Oh. Well, previously we let her stay, right? So unfortunately, we're going to tell her she better go home. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a while longer. Okay, so yeah, she was like, no. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You are glad she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans as to not agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. Okay, right. So it's like the same dialogue. Yep. You're surprised to hear her. Thank you. You always thought of humans as violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. Hello? You can't tell? Hello? Useless. You notice the sounds of battle have started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underlings roughhousing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about your castle has really taken it out of you. That hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Why did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? Oh no. The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing, but you are far beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had it with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there's nothing left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Oh, that's definitely a bad end. That's definitely a bad end. Oh no. Okay, but now we have the antisocial option too. All right, so the maiden has another option that we haven't unlocked yet. So I wonder if now that... So we cannot make the underling be hungry because he'll just eat the maiden. We could make him be disloyal. I don't know what that would do. And then we could make the overlord be antisocial maybe. Oh, because she does flee in that case. So let's see what happens if we do this now. So we're going to introduce ourselves and then all of this. Okay. The overlord. Okay, so this is where she tells us to leave. The overlord tells you again that you should get lost. How rude. You just got here. Oh, so this is the refuse to leave, right? Which is what the maiden did last time. So we're going to obey her this time. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He's covered in demon blood. You're frightened by the sight of him and run away. You return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions, and you tell them your story. As you explain that the overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone here, you notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. Uh-oh. You're loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer? The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You've only told them the truth. Do they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero, they asked. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing that they aren't the horrible creatures you know them to be. So they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fear and hatred of things they've never cared to know? You wonder how you missed that before. You're seized by the crowd and voices from all sides are calling for public execution? Uh-oh, you're to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. You wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You've always lived honestly, so why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. Damn. Damn. You are so, so sorry. Okay, well, that was definitely a bad end. Yeah, there's the whiffed craft. Okay, so let's not have anything selected. And we're going to do the heroes now. Thank you, Emma. I agree. Applaud. Fucking humans. All right. So now we're getting, this would be the playthrough you would get if you played as the hero first, because nothing is checked. You're the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You're told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden, but demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. We're gonna not kill them. We're gonna flee like a coward. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life, but you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You're faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Oh. Ask if they'll let us in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Oh, ask the maiden what's going on. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and she came here on her own volition. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so there's at least that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? No, she's not shy. It's something else. She suddenly stops in her tracks and you turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames? You can't help but feel relieved you got the maiden out of there when you did, but she suddenly takes off toward the burning castle. Panic sets in and you follow to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You'll return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Oh. Bystander, hero, and B. Okay. So he has, there's at least 3 options. Okay, so I'm gonna do this again. But instead we're gonna do some murder this time. All right, we're gonna bravely slaughter the evil creatures. You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You're faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past, okay? We're gonna cut through the demon army. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise. This is no time to hesitate. Let's kill the Overlord. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. Oh, you just killed her girlfriend. She takes it after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done, slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. That's a good end, though. Right? Okay. So, I want to do this again. As him. And then we're gonna flee. And then we're gonna ask if they'll let us in. And then I'm gonna try to destroy the Overlord after not leveling up at all. You lunge forward, she screams and falls silent. Okay, so you can still kill her even so. Okay, so that didn't change anything. Okay. What if, like, you're the maiden, but everything is checked? I'm so curious. Okay. Okay, so this is all the same. We're gonna... Oh, but he's gonna eat us. He's gonna eat us. He ate us immediately. Okay. All right, we got Aiden. She's gonna... Let's do the Overlord. We'll play as the Overlord. We don't want the underling to be hungry. We want the maiden to make it to us. And we don't want him to be disloyal for some reason. I don't think that really matters. And then we want her to not scream, and we want her to go home when we tell her to, as the Overlord. And then I don't really care what this guy does. It's fine with me, whatever. It doesn't matter, because that's not what we're talking about. Okay, so we're playing as the Overlord now. Okay, so we're gonna grant them the day off, which means that okay, so she's here now. So we're gonna tell her to go home, and she's actually gonna leave this time. Okay. You put on your mean face, tell her to get lost, but the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you want her to leave. Didn't she leave? This whole situation is asking for trouble. Against your better judgment, oh, did I press the wrong button? Did I select the wrong one? Okay. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden. Didn't we already see this? Oh, didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. So if we let them go, that's the end when the castle burns down. So we're going to let them go and see what happens. You're certain she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed in flames. So this. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule if this one burns? Did I select that they were going to burn down the castle? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Oh. Okay, wait. Had I picked? But that wasn't him. He wasn't being disloyal here. So I'm not sure. Okay, I need to make her obedient, which is what I was trying to do. So we need to tell him to have the day off. And then, okay, we're going to tell her to go home now. And now she should go home because I did it right. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. So we'll get something different here. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for very long. Okay, so everything's on fire anyway. You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. Right. So is this... The same ending? Burned Overlord end. So that's the same ending. Okay. So if I get her to leave, but then it burns, I think what I need to do is I need to let the maiden get to the place and then have her leave, because that's how we get the to burn down. But I need to do this as the underling to figure out why it's being burnt down. Okay. So she's cool with it. You set out, yep, we go on an adventure. She says she has a favor to ask. Sure, we hear her out. Your good mood. Humans don't usually talk to you. Yep, she has her destiny. So, okay. So they seem to be getting long, so you'd think it's time for a nap. Okay, cool. This is new now. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what the deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're going to get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. I'm going to die, but let's try and stop it, I guess. But if we do, it's disloyal. So let's try this. She's actually not so bad, you guys. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Damn, rest in peace. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing again, but I'm going to do the other option. So we're going to hear her out. Okay, we're going to kill the Overlord here. You tell them you were just joking and clarify you're totally in it to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside of the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan that could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance, your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this, but you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap like usual. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. I guess we're gonna kill her. It's time to die. I don't know, me or her, but you figure the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat. So you do that, just that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. They look pleased, only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You are the new ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you as you have betrayed your Overlord. Damn. King. Lord Underling and B? Okay. We are king. All right. We're going to do this again. Yeah, that's the Game of Thrones ending. All right, we're going to do it again. Hear her out. We're going to kill the Overlord. And then we're going to chicken out. You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. You turn to leave the room, but you find your friends blocking the exit. In a panicked whisper, you ask them to let you out. This seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them this is pretty fucked up and ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed. While your head is turned, the demons shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you? There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe those assholes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Light flickers at your feet. It doesn't take you long to realize they've set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door open to no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. All right, damn. Okay. All right, we died again. All right, so maybe we need to play. Okay, let's play as the Overlord here. We need the maiden to get to us. So we're going to play as the Overlord, and we're going to have the maiden. We're going to make the hero diplomatic, I guess. And then we're going to make the underling not get involved, and who cares if he's a coward or not. And then we need the maiden to get there, and we need her to go home if we tell her to, but that doesn't really matter. So I think this will work so that we can get to the ending where we tell the maiden to leave or to stay with us. Okay, day off. Then we're gonna let her stay. Okay, you enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. All right, so then they come here, right? This is them coming here. Yeah, the hero comes in. Okay, we're gonna make her stay. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden, and she backs herself into the corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Oh. Okay. So maybe we need to get there as the maiden and see if the maiden will stay. So I think these all need to stay as they are, except I'm going to play as the maiden. So we need her to not be a tyrant because we need her to let him come visit us. And then we need her to not tell us to leave. Okay, so we're the maiden. We're going to introduce ourselves. Okay, a hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. The hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. Okay, the hero expresses his relief. You apologize for causing trouble, but didn't anyone leave the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety, but the Overlord objects to the hero's suggestion. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, right? You leave me no choice. The Overlord jumps the hero. Okay, so she kills him. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch because you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. So I love that because the color, I haven't said this yet, but I've been thinking it a bunch of times. In this game, the color indicates what character you are, so they can reuse the same art and make it feel really fresh because it's this like 3-color art where it's got like a dark, a light, and then a medium color. Maybe there's a 4th color. I'm not that good at colors. Maybe there's 3. And because of that, so this is probably the same image or very, very close to the same image, but it's got a different vibe to it because it's purple now because you're the maiden. Super, super cool. Right, you back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. Okay. So how do we get there, but the hero will let us leave? You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't know why, or that she won't kill the hero. Oh, I haven't really looked at this. Okay, so here's the endings. Ooh, okay, this is cool as fuck. Holy shit, hold on. Okay. The hero begins his story. How do I get back without going all the way back here? Oh, left bumper, right bumper. Okay, cool. Okay, now I understand. All right. We've seen 16 of 41 endings. So we've seen, oh, this is so cool. The hero begins his story. The maiden begins her story. The underling begins their story. I love that the underlings' pronouns are they, them, by the way. All right, so there's still stuff we haven't seen. Okay, so let's see. There's like so if you look on the right side, there's an end that all of them share together at the very end on the right, which is really, really interesting. I'm very curious. Okay, so let's see. It looks like we've gotten all of the early bad ends. Let's look at them. Let's look at this again. Okay, so as the maiden, I wonder how to see what this means though. Like I can't see these other things, which I guess is fair. So it looks like, how did I get to some of these? I guess I didn't do some of them as the maiden, right? Yeah, I love the underling. So cool, so cute. All right, so we need the underling to meet the hero instead of going to, like you can see here, there's the ending, the one where you go find the maiden or not. And then after that, you wake up, but then something with the hero happens. So I don't know how to do that. We've only seen 2 of the hero's ends. Oh no. Right, let's play as the hero again. But we'll make... All right, so we're gonna make it so that the underling eats the maiden. Sorry, ma'am. And then I'm gonna also, so he needs to be able to leave, so she can't be a tyrant. And then these don't matter because he's gonna eat the maiden. And then we'll see what happens with the hero if he eats the maiden. Okay. All right. So we're going to kill the creatures, and we're going to cut through the army. But there's no maiden here. All right, this is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way through the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance. Right, because she never had the maiden. A convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You've become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world, but what does that matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remains and wrap her head in your cape to bring back to the village. Oh, surely your great victory will be celebrated. Okay. So I'm going to do that again, but I'm not going to fight anyone at the beginning. So we're going to flee like a coward, and we're going to ask if they'll let us in. So there's still no maiden. Okay, they trust us and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that's come here in forever, at least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. The maiden was never found. Okay, this is another bad end we hadn't gotten, so because I got another achievement for that. Okay. Let's look at these bad ends again. Okay, so that was 2 for the hero. So now we got the shorter hero bad ends, but there's one more where you go to talk to the maiden. Hold on. Okay, Danny screamed like in the other room, but it was like a ha scream, and I had no idea what had happened, but then I realized he's playing Fortnite. Okay. So as the hero, we could... I don't understand what that So the ones at the bottom are the hero goes and sees the maiden, and the maiden is there. I don't think I've done that. Hold on. Okay, so the maiden needs to be there, so he needs to not be hungry. And then she needs to let him leave. And then I think that's all we need to get the maiden to be there. Okay, so we're gonna flee. We're not gonna kill anybody. Okay, so now we're going to ask the maiden what's going on. Did we do this yet? I don't think so. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and she came here on her own volition. That's a pretty dangerous thing, but no one got hurt, so there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. Uh-oh. I think I might have left the possessive thing on, but the Overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to mediate situations like these. You tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you'll have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You are helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible. You came all this way only to be met with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed these evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Okay, that's another end. Okay, but wait. So the end where we were the Overlord and we kept the maiden there, it didn't burn down, I don't think. I'm gonna not have her be possessive here, and we'll do this again. Okay, we're gonna flee. We're just being friendly. Ask if they'll let us in. Okay. Ask the maiden what's going on. Oh, that was just an end. So we already got that end. Okay. How did we already get that end, though? I'm so curious about how we get this bottom path. I thought that's what I was doing, but I wasn't for some reason. Oh, maybe I was, though. Because did I get that? No, I didn't get that bad end. Wait, maybe I did get that bad end. Can I show my mouse on the screen? Okay, I can. Yeah. So this is obviously the real end of the game is that we're trying to get to, right? I thought that last, oh, I can hover over it. Okay, good. So there's no, you can't do anything with your controller, but you can with your mouse here. So, for this one, okay, the hero flees from the demons or slays the demons, either way. Okay, wait, the Overlord has to be antisocial here to make this happen. Okay, so the hero and then the Overlord is antisocial. And then from here, I guess it doesn't matter which one of these. She runs from you or you talk, either one of those. Okay, so we need to do this again, but with the Overlord being antisocial. I think that will fix that. We'll see what that does. So we need antisocial Overlord and then leave everything else the same. And then I'm gonna not kill them just because you know I'm vibing, right? Okay. Okay, you look at each other, no time to hesitate. All right, ask the maiden what's going on. No one got hurt, or at least that you ask her to return to town. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave. Okay, we already saw this. Oh wait, maybe no. No, we did see this. Yeah, we saw this. Okay. Oh, the maiden suddenly takes, wait, this is new. Why did this happen? I guess we'll see in a minute. She suddenly takes off toward the burning castle. Panic sets in and you follow to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick, you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be wait, we did already see this. We did already see this. This was already a while ago though. Okay, so what did that do though? Not this one. So how do I get down? So that was what bad end was that? Oh, this one. That was this ending. So we need to have the Overlord be antisocial. the hero flees from the demons, and then the maiden is obedient. Okay, hold on. Did I not have I don't have the maiden as obedient. Okay. So we're going to try this again. All right, we're going to flee. We're not fighting people. Okay, on the way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back toward the village. This is okay. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is like right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demon never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Believe her story. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about the demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. Okay, they had all been worried. They praise you for your bravery, but the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. I think she's about to get burnt at the stake. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds all right, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. She suddenly takes off running. You thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already, but that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden toward the Overlord's castle. Oh, but it's on fire. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter deep into demon territory. Evil miasma? No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she's stopped in her tracks. The Overlord's castle engulfed in flames. You had only taken an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now, you think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No, going in there would be suicide. Okay, so this was the same thing. You were too late. Is that a different ending though? Okay, so that's Bystander Hero A, which I think we already got. Yeah, that one we already got. So I think that was this then. Right, okay. So this time we need to talk to her, but we need to die or whatever that other option was. So we're going to do that again. Okay, we're going to say she cannot be trusted. You aren't sure you should listen to this maiden. You've been taught your whole life that demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about all this, but she gets very upset that you think she would lie to you. She storms off before you can say anything else. You decide to return to the village, certain that she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue. Glad that took care of itself. You take your time walking home. Job well done today, you think to yourself. As you walk past the town square, you notice the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to rise and you stand idly by as flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. She seemed nice though, you think. But evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. You decide to call it a day and return to your house, but you can't escape this sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Okay, that's a new ending. Okay. All right, so that's definitely new. All right, so now that helped this one become visual now. So if you believe the story, then there's other endings that he can get. Let's try playing as someone else for a little bit. Okay, so this is the maiden chooses to leave, and that's when you bump in to him. Okay, so let's do the hero behavior trusting. Is that an option now? I do have that as an option now. So we want to do the same thing, but we want trusting behavior because we want her to get to where he believes her story. So we're doing the whole thing. We're introducing ourselves the same way, and then we're going to obey her and leave. Now we should bump into the guy now. Along the way, you encounter a hero. Perfect. He asks you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is like right there? You explain everything that happened. He's very surprised that demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. The two of you return to the village hoping to communicate this to everyone. Oh, but I thought, shouldn't I have left there? I mean, shouldn't I have had the option to go back? They had all been so worried and you're very glad the hero brought you back. You set the record straight. You weren't rescued, right? We saw this. They looked to the hero. He says he only ran into you on his way to the castle and this isn't his story to tell. We already saw this. This is when they burn us to the stake. But can't she leave here? The hero says he believes the story but volunteers to go talk to the demons himself just to make absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe you, so this is when we run away. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him, because of course, if you are conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. You'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Okay, so we're going to leave on our own to get the dead ending here. You can prove yourself without anyone's help. You make a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. I don't know why it's taken me this long to start making the decisions where I pick the ending where you die, because we're supposed to be looking for the bad ends. As you get closer, you start to notice a tower of black smoke darkening the beautiful blue sky. The castle is engulfed in flames. What in God's name could have happened? You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fists against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head toward the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke, a maiden saving the Overlord. You just stayed true to your role. Things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul? Oh. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. So, hold on. Let's look at that one then. So, that was this one. So, if the underling is disloyal, something different will happen there. So, if we make him disloyal here, but everything else the same? Okay. We're going to obey her and leave. And then we're going to leave on our own? But won't we run into him here? Okay. We did. We ran into them. A suspicious group of demons stands outside the entrance. Yeah, this game is really good. I don't even mind if chat is quiet because I'm literally just reading this game to you guys like I'm reading you a story right now. So it's like very much that kind of game. You know what I mean? They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them. The underling you recognized from before is the first to do something about it. This is just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you. In that moment, you regret ever having trusted the demons. You die instantly. Okay, but we're on the right track here because now, okay, introduce ourselves, and then obey her and leave. And then now we're going to grab the hero and run because this is different. You boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. This reminds me of 999 in some ways, just because the trees, but not in any other way. Okay, near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. Whoa. Hello? Multicolored art? They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. Oh, the art has so many colors. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. Yo, this rules. It's now or never. You take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. Oh my god, look at the art now! Sorry. You burst into the Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were part of this evil plot. They seem so nice. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. This is like my parents. Oh, sorry, that was too deep. You are relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she's very Overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. We're all gonna die in here, by the way. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this. Thinking that must have jinxed it because now the room is engulfed in flames. If only you had ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you had left as you were told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist, it simply must. The Overlord seizes her underling, they beg for their life. You pray, you don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. Dude, this is the coolest fucking visual right here. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. But there's no saving any of you now. You, the Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. That was so cool. Hello? Hello? What ending was that? This one? Okay, the maiden prays as everyone's devoured by or consumed by flames. Wild. All right, the maiden has to stay with the Overlord, and the hero has to be heroic here. Okay, so we need... That was with trusting. So we need the maiden... Wait. Oh, hungry. Okay. We need the maiden to meet the Overlord, and then we need the maiden to stay with the Overlord. And then the hero needs to be dutiful and heroic. Okay. So dutiful and heroic. And then we're going to play as her. She's going to not tell us to... she can tell us to leave, but we're not going to leave either way. And then I think that's what we need here. Okay. We're going to introduce ourselves. All right. So now the hero shows up toward the Overlord, sword drawn. Oh, this is new. We're going to do nothing because we go for the bad end first. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his hand to you. So we've seen this from his perspective, saying it's time to go home. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpses of his enemies. Yeah, because he's killed everybody. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part in the festivities regardless. Okay, complacent maiden end. So there's another one of those though. Hold on. So that was this, but we need her to die too. Okay, cool. That's right. Okay. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to die. So we're going to protect her. You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. Yeah, Sam, this is really, really good. I think you would like it a lot. It's funny you think. You never could have imagined this would be the way that you die. The roles are all switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You're glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out all right for your new friend. Oh, why did that not have a death thing on it then? I guess that maybe isn't always a death. Okay. And so now we need the underling to be disloyal. No, we need the underling to not be disloyal. Or maybe we need something different here that we don't have yet. Let's play here. Let's do this one. All right, so we need the underling to eat the maiden, and then we also need the underling to be disloyal. Okay, underling eat a maiden and then be disloyal. So he's going to be hungry and disloyal. And then how do we need the... Wait, I need to figure out how we need this dude to be too. Oh, I think it doesn't matter. And then I think trusting maybe, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, hold on. Do it. Let's do this one. So we're the overlord. All right, we're gonna grant them to... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, grant them the day off, and then they're gonna go eat the maiden. Oh, no, that wasn't actually what we wanted. We want the maiden to not show up. Right? Hold on. No, we want to be hungry. I guess it doesn't matter. We need to wake up, but not have the hero be here. Because he just straight up killed us. Okay, wait, that's the caught on fire. What ending did we just get? The hero killed her. Okay. Oh, we need to tell him to get back to work. Okay, we have to be a tyrant. That was the thing I did wrong. Okay, get back to work. All right, now we should be good. Okay, they look unhappy. You dismiss the underling and then... Okay, so this is when we take a nap. Just another one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You awake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. I swear we've already seen this one. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do... Yeah, didn't we already see this one? He stabs and cuts you to pieces. Yeah, we did see this one. We saw this already. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing wrong then. We're doing this. The overlord begins her story. Then she's a tyrant. Then the underling is hungry, though. Oh, that's what the problem is. The hero needs to not be dutiful. He needs to not be dutiful. So the hero needs to not be dutiful, and I think that might fix... Okay, here we go. We're going to get rid of these. And then we're going to do it. And then I think we should be good. Okay. Get back to work. Okay. Then we take a nap. Okay, now the hero won't show up, I don't think. You're awakened by one of your underlings. They brought you a hero who inquires about a missing maiden. Right, he does show up, but he's nice. You tell him you don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home to your surprise. You figure he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. The house is on fire. Oh, one of your underlings is tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking on your own blood. You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Probably. Okay. So that's the only one from that corner. Okay, cool. So we've got that corner pretty much down. So if we do that and have him be the coward, we got this bad end. And then if we have him be disloyal, but the hero's trusting? So we have to do what we did again, but the hero's trusting. So we're going to make him trusting and then do this whole exact same thing. Okay, get back to work. All right. Oh, but he was still disloyal. Wait, does he need to not be disloyal? Feels like coding. I'm getting the variables wrong. Oh, he needs to not be disloyal. Okay, he needs to not be disloyal, and we'll see what happens there. Okay. You like the news ticker? Yeah, I think everything on this looks cute. Oh, so that was still a bad end that I hadn't gotten? I'm confused. Hold on. I don't understand what this one means. So Underling behavior, disloyal leads to this. Coward leads to being set ablaze, which we just saw. Maybe this is something I haven't seen yet. Okay, let's see if we can do something over here. Oh, we could watch the maiden get killed here. If we let the day off, then get the maiden to come back and talk with us. But the hero is not diplomatic. So if he's dutiful, it's this bad end. If he's diplomatic, but then the maiden is a martyr, which we didn't have that option before. So he needs to be diplomatic and heroic, but she needs to be a martyr. What does the minion have available? We've got dethroning. Okay, so he gets involved. He's diplomatic. She's possessive. And then we have a question mark here. And then we've got, this is the real end is right here. Oh, it's traits. Let's look. Hungry, disloyal, and coward. So I'm going to do, hold on. We're going to play, weren't we doing the hero here? Wait, hold on. Yeah, we need to make the maiden be a martyr. Okay, we need to make the maiden be a martyr, and then we need to have the underling have the day off. So we have to let the underling have the day off, let the maiden stay, and then have the hero be diplomatic, not dutiful. And then we'll be able to like let her leave. And so we need diplomatic, heroic, and martyr. He needs to not be hungry too. Diplomatic, heroic, and then she needs to be a martyr and polite. Okay, I think that we can get this other ending this way. Okay, we're gonna grant them the day off, and then we're gonna tell her to stay. Okay, she just got here. You have a nice long chat. She expresses her surprise, right? Okay, yep. And then the guy will show up here. And then he's going to be dutiful, though. Okay, you're interrupted by another human in your doorway. Before you even know how to react, he makes his move and the maiden makes hers. She's used her own body to shield you from the hero's blade. Why has this happened? The maiden falls to the floor lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. I know, I can't believe she says you can't tell if she's into you or not. That's the funniest line in this game. The hero has taken something precious from this world. You lose control. Whoa, this art is so cool. You lose control, and the hero is obliterated, but your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. You go on to destroy them all and become ruler of the entire world. Castlevania, the animated series? Are you just mad because the humans killed your wife? Okay, now with that same thing is if she's not a martyr. So we have to do it if she's not a martyr too. Right. Grant them day off. It's true, the humans did come in and kill her wife for no reason, honestly. Okay. All right, so he's gonna show up and she's not gonna stand in front. Okay. Yep, you can't tell if she's into you or not, the silliest thing. Okay, he suddenly strikes, cutting through you with his blade. He didn't even hesitate. Oh, you've gone soft. How could you have let your guard down like that? How unfair. After all you've done to avoid this outcome, you can't outrun your destiny. The hero always slays the overlord. You should have never trusted a human. You watch as the hero escorts the maiden out of your castle. Captured by a demon, at least she got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Damn. Okay. All right, so that was this pocket of endings over here are now done. There's this one too, which I don't understand how to get this. We can come back to in a little bit. But now we're near the end of this one. And then here we're missing, okay, we have to play as the hero. And then the hero will begin he'll be dutiful and be dutiful. Then the maiden will be here. And then he's going to apologize, and then something else is going to happen. So we're going to be dutiful. We have to have the overlord let the maiden get there? Can you trace the overlord route to the one you don't know? Maybe? But I'm not sure yet. I want to try and do this one real quick before I start trying to figure out what that is. So we have to get the maiden here. He's going to kill people. But then the hero has to apologize. How do we... Oh, so we can make that happen. Okay, so the hero's going to show up. The maiden is going to be there. So the maiden's going to be there, which means she's polite. And then she's not antisocial or a tyrant. He's not hungry. And so I think if I play now like this, we should be good. Okay, so we have to kill. We have to kill. Okay. Okay, so now but we're going to have to apologize when we get here. You find the maiden being held captive by the overlord just as you suspected. But for some reason you can't see. Yeah, we saw this. You look at each other in surprise. This is no time to hesitate. Okay. Ask the maiden what's going on. She explained she came here on her own. She asked why you were covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The overlord moves past you and out the door. You see her army in lifeless, bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero. Oh, this is all just a big misunderstanding. You hope she'll let this whole thing slide if you could just explain yourself. You really try, but the overlord is inconsolable. She tears you apart, and the maiden watches in silence as you die. You can't help but think that you probably deserve this. You did, sir. Okay, definitely deserve this one. Okay, so that was the one I thought it was, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. So now, instead of apologizing, you try to slay the overlord, and maiden is the martyr. Oh, so from his perspective, so we've seen the maiden get herself killed from the maiden's perspective and the overlord's perspective, but not from the hero's perspective. I think that's all we need is for her to be a martyr there, and we'll go do the same thing. So this... We're going to cut through the demon army again, and then we're going to try and destroy the overlord, but the maiden should step in here. You lunge forward to put an end to the evil overlord, but your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The overlord strikes at you in a vengeful rage. You parry, and she is slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes, blood, so much blood. You look to the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. You pick up the overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape, and begin your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late and that nothing could have been done for the girl, but the overlord is slain. There will be celebration. Okay. So that was the end of that one. Okay, so now we've got all of the ends for this dude up until here, where we don't have this, so we can't do it, I don't think. And so we can't... We did this, but I swear we got killed by the fire here. Oh, but that says the hero, right? So maybe we have to do, hold on. I think we got to get this end here as the underling too. So we're going to be the underling. We're going to bring the maiden to the castle. We're going to be disloyal. The hero is going to be diplomatic, and the overlord's going to be possessive. So we got to have a diplomatic hero and a possessive overlord. And then does he need to be dutiful and heroic too? Loyal hero, more like asshole hero. Yeah, he's definitely a prick. I don't think the other ones matter. We just need to get him here. The overlord needs to not be antisocial. So we need to be disloyal. So we need to be, let the maiden here. Then we need to, while the maiden's here, wait, we got this bad end here too. But there's something missing here. But so the underling needs to be disloyal, and the maiden needs to get there, and then diplomatic and possessive. Okay, I think we got that under control. Okay, so we're gonna hear her out. The maiden's gonna get here. Wait, did we see this? Oh yeah, we did. This is the hero. We're gonna save ourselves. And then we need to be... Oh, wait, no, I needed to not save myself. Wait, what? Hold on. Something went wrong there. Okay, we have to hear her out. Okay, her destiny. Okay, they're getting along. We take a nap. We're woken up by the battle. The hero is slaughtering people. Did I make him dutiful? Maybe he needs to not be dutiful. I think I already did this. You lunge at him. Yeah, we saw this already. Okay, so wait, is he dutiful? Okay, I think I need to make him not be dutiful. I think that might help. Okay, let's try this again. Because now he's not killing everybody. All right, cool, okay. Right, so now we have to be disloyal. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. You're joking. Okay, whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. Okay. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious as if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figured they just lock her in a room and set it on fire. Yep, they need your guidance. Okay. Your friends agree, and then you play the assassin, but you can't back down. You sneak up to the Overlord's room, but there's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With the Overlord distracted, you figure this is as good a chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. So this is maybe why we don't know what happened after she was like, I'm going to talk to the maiden. Oh yeah, wait, he does kill her there. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You are the new Overlord. Okay. So we were the new Overlord. Hell yeah. That was this ending. Okay. So we still can't get to here. There's some stuff that's missing right here. So I think if we follow this path, we'll maybe get to here. But I think we need... This is us. This is us as the little man. Everything you've done has only hurt them more, it says. Right, so we need to get involved in the plot. The Overlord needs antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute. Antisocial, obedient, trusting, and resolute, and then not martyr. I think she needs to be polite so that they can get to us. Okay, let's look at this one more time. So the maiden has to get here. Then we need to not get involved in... We do need to get involved in the plot. We need to get involved in the plot here. And then antisocial, she needs to be obedient. He needs to be trusting. She needs to be resolute. And then some stuff might happen. Okay. And I'm the underling again. Okay. So we're going to hear her out. She's going to show up. We're going to be disloyal. Okay. And so the same thing is going to happen again here, where we're going to be like, I'm about to go kill her, but the humans will be here with us. Okay, we got some vibrant colors again for this one. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. So this is that segment in the game where it was colorful again. They take off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? Fuck. The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. This is where they all burn to death. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all your idea and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they'd tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Look at this art! Fuck, it's so good. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone, to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Hello? Steppies? For me? Chad, do you want steppies? Am I getting steppied? She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans, and then the room bursts into flames. So this is where she kills him. She killed him before, right? So during this segment, she killed him. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish you'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you'd sided with her. Yeah, I love that this part in the story has this colorful art. It's like a reward. It's like a reward. Okay, that's a TikTok audio, I'm sorry. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Okay, so that is another ending for him. Them, sorry. You're a little dude. Okay, so I think that's as far as we can get right now here. Let's look at the other ones. This is an underling thing that yeah, that's the underling. So we need the underling to be disloyal. Hold on. Okay, I'm confused about this part. Okay, we've got this too. The hero believes the maiden's story. And we need the maiden to not be resolute. I don't know. There's like one trait there's one trait for each of these characters that I just don't have yet. But I think I have to play, and tell me if anyone thinks I'm wrong here. I think to unlock a trait, I have to be playing as that character, right? So if there's a missing trait for the underling and a missing trait for the lady, I have to be playing as them to get those traits. So here, I don't think we can get to this. Okay, we can get to this bad end here as her. So we need to have we have to take a nap. How does this make sense? Because the maiden can't, we tell the maiden to go home. Okay, wait. We tell the maiden to go home. And she leaves. So then we take a nap. And then the underling has to be disloyal, but the hero has to be trusting. Right? Okay. So hold on. We need to get the story so that it doesn't really matter what happens right here. But she has to tell the maiden to go home, which we can be in control of. And the maiden has to be obedient. What's the other underling thing? I don't know. We don't have it. Like, oh, you mean here? This one? Or do you mean these two? So we've got coward and disloyal. So he can't be a coward. It's got to be the Overlord wakes up and he's disloyal. But the hero has to be trusting here. And I don't know how to get the hero to be here. I think that's the problem. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if he's hungry or not, because that's when he eats the maiden. But the maiden needs to leave. But we need the hero to get here. Right? So this one's a little complicated. So the Overlord does a story. The underling gets back to work. Maybe the underling gets back to work, but is still hungry? I didn't know that was a possibility. The hero cannot be dutiful because that's the end where it's all fucked up. Oh wait, but this is whereas her here. Okay. I'm gonna try having it be the maiden gets to the Overlord. We tell her to leave and she obeys. Then we take a nap. Right? And then after, we need to wake up with the underling being disloyal, but the hero has to be trusting here. So I think that because these branch off this way, he has to not be dutiful and not be diplomatic. So we need to not be dutiful and not be diplomatic, but he needs to be trusting. Okay, hold on. So let's try and set this up. So he's only trusting. She needs to be obedient. I don't think it matters if she's resolute or not. And she needs to be polite because she needs to get to us. The underling needs to be disloyal. And then I can pick whatever I want. So we're going to try this one. I think this is correct. We can tell him to get back to work or grant them the day off. I think we're going to grant them the day off. Then we have to tell her to leave. Okay. Tell her to get lost and she leaves. Okay, so you go back to bed. We should wake up to the guy coming to kill us. Oh, the hero is cutting through the army. As the Overlord, it's your job. I think maybe I fucked up. We need him to not be killing people. Vile demons, I shouldn't have believed for a second that you were anything but pure evil. I'll exterminate you all. You don't really get what he's going on about, but you engage regardless. A girl's got to defend her people. You clash again and again, but the hero isn't going down easily. I can't remember if we've seen this or not. You're both... No, we didn't. Okay, we haven't seen this one. Because you're both dangerously low on health, waiting for the other to make a move when one of your underlings appears behind him. They knock the hero unconscious. You kind of appreciate it, but can't they see this was a duel? They don't respond. You sense murderous intent. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You have been slain by your own underling. Damn. Rip. Okay, so that was another ending, and I think that was the one that we thought it would be. It was. Okay. So what? There's... To get here, we're missing a trait. But maybe we have to just get here, and then this will unlock? Like, okay. We haven't seen this ending because we don't have this unlocked, so we can't get to it. I don't know what the red lines mean, personally. I don't... Oh, no, this is purple. This is her color. So for some reason, some of the lines, like these are all purple, but some of these are red. And I don't know what that means. Okay, so the traits we're looking to unlock, though, are these two people. So we got to stay here. All right. Why don't we go down this path, and then when we get to here, routes we haven't taken yet? Yeah, but these aren't red. That's why. Like, these aren't red. I'm not sure what it really means overall. Okay, so we're going to do this path again. So we have to get her here, get involved in the plots. Antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute, which we already did, though. Oh, we need her to be... We had her not be resolute, maybe? We don't have this trait. I don't know what this says. All right, let's try this one again and see what happens. So we're going to get the maiden here. I don't understand why this is branched like this, because to get the maiden, you have to bring them, you have to, like, I guess she doesn't have to be polite to get the maiden here. So we're going to get the maiden here. We're going to be disloyal because this is loyal. And then antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute. So antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute. Resolute. Okay. And then I think he needs to not be dutiful and heroic. And then I'm the underling. Okay, I think. Yeah, I think you can take her to the castle either way. I think you're correct. All right, we're going to hear her out. All right, and then... Okay, so then we... Big Scared, hi! Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome in, friends. We're playing this really, really amazing game that I've never seen before, and it's so good. So if you'd like to come join this wild story, please do. Hi, Fina, how are you doing? We are trying to get every bad end. That's the name of the game. So right now we're going through an experience where we are trying to get the last couple of things in this game, and it's very wild. All right, so we have to be disloyal here, right? Because otherwise they're going to kill us. Okay. And then now Okay, so we've seen this before. So are we going to see the same thing again? Like, I think this might all be the same. She's going to do steppies, chat. Yeah, this is like the same thing again. Okay, except for maybe this will be different at the end here. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. We saw this. She kills us here. The Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. Yeah, at least she made it quick. Okay, so that... How do we get these other things? Like, I don't know how to get these other unlockables, because I think we have to be... Hold on. I think we have to be playing as these two. So if she's not resolute... That's not what this looks like, though. Hold on. I'm going to look at it. Because if she's... Oh, hold on. She needs to be resolute. Is she resolute? She is. Because if she's not, well, we can try having her not be resolute. We can try it, but I think she has to be. Oh, I think I understand what you're saying, RBW. I think I understand what you're saying. That not having it, even though it looks like the straight line, like there's a straight line off that box, I think maybe you're right. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. Okay, you follow your friends. They're gonna lock her in the room. You're like, I'm gonna kill. Okay, you and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It'd be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Aha, here we go. We need to... Well, we're gonna have to do both of these, so let's use the maiden for killing practice to start. This is the way it has to be, you declare, before jumping her and clawing your guts out. It turns out you're already an expert at ending lives. Your friends call you a show-off. You go back into the castle to wash off all the icky human blood. As you're finishing up, you hear the sounds of battle outside. A hero has come. Seeing the dead maiden must have made him pretty angry. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and hero locked in battle. They've worn each other down, making this very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out, which we just saw this from the perspective of the demon, the lady. Dell! Okay, hello. Hi, everyone. How about I take a break real quick before we keep going on? How's everyone doing? How's it going? Because we just got double rated, so I'm going to give it a second. Hold on. Let's, I don't have my VTuber up. I'm just going to go to this camera, and there's not going to be a VTuber. There's no VTuber. Hi, everyone. We're just hanging out in here. I hope you enjoy my room. I don't have my VTuber open because we're going too relaxed today. How's everyone doing? I'm Beepsal. I know that Big Scared was playing Death Stranding, which looked like, from my perspective, the most boring game that anyone's ever played. I've never seen Death Stranding's actual gameplay. I've only seen cutscenes and stuff. So game not looking very exciting. And then I know that Dell was playing the mortuary assistant. How have you liked that? Did that make you pee-pee? Because that game scared me so bad. I thought I was fucking deceasing. Pardon my language. Did you meet the Sausage Man? Did you meet him? He's the guy that's just completely white with no hair. The Sausage Man is the scariest thing in that game. I call him the Sausage Man because his skin is white and crusty, and it looks like those Italian sausages that you get that have the white powdery outside. So that's why his name is the Sausage Man. Just FYI. I hope you enjoyed. I had a very fun time playing that game, but also, like I said, it really made me pee. It's so scary. It's too scary for me. Absolutely the scariest. So, before I continue on with the game that I'm playing, the reason that I tabbed out was because now there were two groups of people who are coming into this game at the end, and that the streamers that are rating me 1000% would really like to play the game that I'm playing. So the name of the game that we're playing is called Dead End... Shit, what's the full name of it? Bad End Theater. Bad End Theater. Okay. And it's a game. It's a visual novel made in Ren'Py, which is the thing that I'm using to make my game. That's why I checked it out. Where it's branching path story where you play over and over again as one of four characters. A demon, she, her pronouns. A underling, he, him, or they, them pronouns. A maiden, she, her pronouns. And the hero, he, him pronouns. And you are trying to get all of the bad ends for them, and it's so good and so wild, but I'm probably in like the last 15 minutes of this like 2.5 hour long game. So if you don't want to get spoiled, or maybe you want to see a little bit of the gameplay, I've been having a really fun time. So I'm going to come back to the game just so you all can see it. You're not going to get spoiled for a lot just seeing some of this here because I've played a ton of it. But you can see what's going on. It's so good. And this music is super fucking good. I'm just like vibing right here. Also, the maiden and the demon are absolutely lesbians and it's amazing. Okay. So we're trying to unlock the last 2 character traits. We just got one of them. But look at this art. Isn't it so good? Okay. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell that this was a duel? You don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Anyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding places. You are the new ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow before you. Look at this art! You live in fear that they'll one day betray you, right? This is what happened the other time that we killed her. So this is a different Lord Underling. I didn't get an achievement for this one, but that was different, wasn't it? Oh no, maybe, was it? I'm confused. Okay, we have to do this again the exact same way. We have to get the maiden here. We're gonna kill the Overlord. But then here we're gonna toss her in the dungeon. So this will definitely be different. You and your friends seize the maiden. Oh, look at the skull. I love the art in this game. And bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It's empty save for the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. Look, absolutely. The maiden is very upset. You leave her in the cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now a hero has arrived at the front gates. He's asking about a maiden, perhaps the very one you locked up. The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot, you think. Why give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells, "Prepare to face justice," and other such cliche hero lines before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut up by the sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. Okay, so this is the same ending. Okay, this is the same ending other than her being in the basement though. So that changed something, right? Okay, so we're missing one character trait left, but we can get that by, okay, the hero has endings left, but now we have this character trait here, right? So we can do this one to get this bad ending, which means we need to do the hero. She needs to be antisocial. The hero's gonna flee. She's gonna be obedient. And then the hero's gonna believe the maiden's story, but she needs to not be resolute. So the maiden needs to not be resolute. Okay, so we gotta like reverse engineer this. So not resolute. She needs to be obedient. Wait, not obedient, right? Because if she was, this is obedient, but not obedient, right? So we don't kill anybody because this is killing people, right? She's antisocial. Then the hero, right, so the hero flees. So we don't kill anybody. So this is obedient. Okay, so we need the Overlord, we need the maiden to get there. We need the Overlord to be antisocial. We need to not kill anything. And then she needs to be obedient. And then he needs to be disloyal and captor. So I need him to not be hungry, but I need him to be disloyal and a captor. I need her to be antisocial, right? That's what it was? Oops, sorry, I punched my microphone. Oh my God, sorry. Obedient. Antisocial, obedient. And then not resolute. Not resolute, obedient, antisocial. And then not, I'm the hero, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, we're gonna, no, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to kill everyone. Flee like a coward is what I meant to do. Okay, so we keep going. So we believe her story. Okay. The townspeople must be informed, so we go inform the townspeople, but then she's gonna run away. Yeah, well, it was not intentional murder. Okay, so then he runs away. Okay, so we reach the gates and we ask the demons if they've seen the maiden, and they have, because she's in the basement, right? They inform you she's being held in the dungeon at the moment. She trusts them, and in return, they lock her up, right? Because this is the pathway if she runs away, but then she also comes inside and sees him doing the disloyalty stuff, and then he locks her up. Okay, demons are truly evil beings after all. You demand they take you to her, but they do not let you pass. You should have expected as much from these unreasonable creatures. You know what you must do. Okay, so we start killing everyone. You thrust your blade through the demon before you and rush the castle alone. You're the only one who can save the maiden now. What the fuck are you doing, killing all my soldiers? I love her so much, by the way. The Overlord is angry. You vowed to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low on health when everything goes black, your quest has come to an abrupt end. Right, because we get killed. Okay. I think that's the last hero ending that we can get right now. Can we? Okay, wait. Maybe, Hi, Launch. How you doing? Okay, so we can not do this yet because we need to go here and somehow get this to happen. You can do one more for this. I'm going to try and unlock her thing, but I feel like if I unlock her thing, then it's going to... This is like the hinge point, right? Is this. We're also missing this end over here, which we can get now that it's captor. So we can do... What's this? We get the story. Okay, we get to... She's antisocial. So we leave. He's trusting. And then he's... Is he disloyal or not? I can't tell sometimes on these. So he's disloyal and captor here. And then that gets here. So we've got antisocial, and then I'm leaving. We've got trusting, and then we come back on our own. But he has to be disloyal and a captor. Okay. So we're the maiden. He has to be trusting. And then the maiden is us. So disloyal and captor, and then she's antisocial. Okay, cool. So we can get this ending too. Okay, so we're going to get here. We're going to obey her and leave, right? You meet the hero. He's trusting of us. So then he comes back with us. So we leave with him, right? Or no, we leave without him. Right? Isn't that us leaving on our own here? Because if we go with him, then we're resolute. I think we have to leave on our own. Am I wrong? I mean, I guess we'll find out, right? Because I don't think we need him with us. Okay, the demons are here because he's going to capture us here. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately noticed you and decide to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown in a cell back at your village, only to be tossed in this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? Right, so he's upstairs and you're downstairs getting trapped. If he's out there, your cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what's happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Oh. Damn. Okay. Dark AF, but that's okay. All right. So we have all of her endings because we can't get any more endings. We have one more for the hero where we have to flee, diplomatic, get in the room, but she's not possessive. So, but the underling is disloyal. And then what's this though? I guess it can go either way. As long as the underling... So I think we can do that same route again, except have her be resolute and him be disloyal. I don't understand how to get to this, though. That's what's confusing me here. I'll just try it. So the only thing I'm going to do is make him not be captor, but be disloyal instead. So resolute and disloyal. So disloyal and captor, but resolute and disloyal. I feel like this isn't going to be right, though. Hold on. Antisocial, yep. Obedience. Antisocial, obedience. Trusting, resolute. Hold on. Antisocial, obedient, resolute, trusting. And then he... just don't get this spot right here. Because he's got to be disloyal. But does he have to be... What? How do we get this? I wonder if we can't get this until we have this trait. Just disloyal? Is it just disloyal? I don't... We'll try it. We'll try it and see what happens. But I need to just flee, right? And then be diplomatic. Oh, but she's here. She's here. I have to trust her. Okay. She drags you along with her. Okay, I don't think I did this from this guy's perspective. Like, I think I haven't done it from the hero's perspective. This like, colorful shit. When you make it to the castle, you spy a group of suspicious demons hanging around. Yep. Yeah, I don't think we got the colors as the hero. I think we've gotten, this is the third time we've seen a colorful thing like this. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the entrance who shifts the blame back onto the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them and the whole room dissolves in a noise until the overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safely, you will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? Magic? Why do I keep saying it like that? The underling pounds at the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest and it lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed by flames. Okay, so that's this dude's version of that ending. Okay, so I think we need to have one ending left for everybody, and that's when because that last ending will be for everyone, right? So this thing now, we have to get this last option. So we have to get to here and have him be disloyal, right? So we've got to let the maiden and hero go. Did those stop being red, by the way? Yeah, those endings stop being red. Because the only ending left is here, the only ending left is here, and the only ending left is these two. So we need to... What's the most simple way to get here? Tell the maiden to go home. Then the maiden is obedient. The hero is trusting. So we're going to let the maiden go home. The hero is trusting. The maiden is resolute. So they both run back here, and then he's disloyal. Oh, because we haven't seen it from her perspective. That's true. So he has to be trusting. The maiden has to be polite, obedient, resolute. So we're seeing that same ending again, but now from the overlord's perspective. Right? Okay. Day off. Tell her to go home, right? Yeah, okay. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life. You still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. Grems, it's so good. This is the end of the game, by the way, but it's really, really good. You're not getting spoiled for anything except for this last final ending, really. Okay, one of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. Oh, because we need to make her not kill the underling, right? Like, I think that's what we need to do. Dude, Mediat, this is so good. Have you seen this before, or are you just watching me play? It's just amazing. The art is, everything about this is like a 10 out of 10 for me. All right, you yell at them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try and take your throne. Oh, you played it when it first came out. Nice. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Again, Steppies, saying that made you feel very Overlord-like. It's so funny because I chose to play as her first because of who I am as a human being. I always want to play as the villain, right? And it's actually coming full circle now that she's the finale of the game. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die, burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration you don't even notice you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Okay, so this is the ending I'm picking because this ending is the good end. I can just tell. I just know. Not that it's a secret or whatever, but take retribution. You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They've stopped moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Awesome. All right. Time for the final ending. So I can leave everything the way that it is, right? Cool. All right. Take your day off. Get out of here. Okay. We're going to forgive them and finish this game. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. That's the true end. That fucking rules. I'm sorry. I need a second. I was so worried that this game was going to have a happy ending. I know that something else is now going to happen, but I was so worried the final ending was going to be like, quote unquote, save the day with the power of friendship kind of ending. But you still all just died. Absolutely artfully done. Before you're taken back to reset the story, once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself. What was the point of all my effort if this true ending is this terrible? Girl, boy, non-binary person, alien, Dracula, whoever made this game, and your whatever pronouns and gender you want to use. This is not for me. This part of the game is no longer for Beep Salt. This part of the game is for somebody who wants to save the day. If this could have stopped here, that would have been great. This is still going to be good. I'm still okay. But no. I didn't even say that. I said, actually, this was great. I did not say this to myself, but that's okay. You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad in theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you've been shown when you entered this place. I was, baby. I love it. It's for me. It's a Beep Salt game. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. I love this because the developers could do it like a sequel to this with a whole different story, and it would be so good still. You started wishing for their happiness, but you aren't going to find that here in my theater, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 4? Hello? Where's the letter? Oh, here it is. My love, do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day, even now, and wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. I have to watch the ends from everyone's perspective to get all the letters, right? So I need to leave everything the way that it is, really, right? Like, so I'm going to be the hero, and I'm going to have her be merciful. So to get here, we need to be diplomatic, disloyal. Okay, wait, hold on. We keep coming from this way, but can we come from this way? Obedient. Okay. I think I can leave it how it is, except for I need to have her be merciful. So I need to have her be antisocial and merciful, which I think she already is. Yeah, okay, so she is. So now we're going to do I don't know which one we're technically supposed to do at the end. We're going to believe her. Okay. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. Okay. So that's hero's true end. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair or... Bro, was this game made by spoilers for Danganronpa? A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. Okay, lost letter number 1. I'm going to read them as we get them, by the way. My love, it just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this, it's unreasonable, cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow. So I decided to write, and I'll keep writing until the day that you find me once more. And then maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to be as the maiden. But I think that the hero needs to be, hold on, as the maiden to get, oh no, hold on. Hold on. I'm pressing the right button. Menu. How did I do this? There we go. Okay. Monokuma. Yes, it was just Monokuma all along. Okay, let's do the underling, actually. So everything can stay the same. Except... Wait, everything can just stay the same, right? I think we can just do it with everything staying the same. Oh, wait, the maiden needs to be resolute. Hold on. We need to have... Okay. Disloyal. Okay. Antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute, merciful. So antisocial, obedient, resolute, trusting. Okay. And now I'm the underling. Okay. All right. So we're going to kill the Overlord. Okay, the Overlord, to your surprise, the Overlord spares you, or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying, the hero is silent. You'll all burn together. Okay, so that's the true end for the underling. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 3. All right, let's read that. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. All right, so now we're going to do the maiden, which I think we can just leave everything the way that it is. And we just have to make sure that what we do is leave when the Overlord says I can leave, and then come back with the hero. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be polite. We're gonna leave, and then we're gonna come back with the hero. Okay. The Overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? The answer is yes. Maiden's true end. Okay, so now we unlock that. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 2. It can't end like this. Can I read the letter first? Can I please read the letter first? All right, fine. It can't end like this. It sure can, though. You want to answer the maiden's prayers? You've decided find a way to save everyone? But retracing the past you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within their story, maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. Oh. I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud if you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it. Wherever you are, forever yours, Tragedy. Okay, but I don't have ends. So it looks like an RPG and we're about to fight. Everyone's on fire, by the way. That's all their character traits. I need to drink water. Hold on, I need a second. Hello, I am Deus Ex Machina. Please let me in. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use... We should have just stopped there, by the way, but that's fine. We'll get the good ending. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. This is really boring if this is really what happens, by the way. You didn't know you could do that, but what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you, but why are you pitch black? You feel like this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. Can I just say, this was obviously not written from the perspective of a non-binary person, because if I just looked like this blobby little guy, I would be the happiest human that ever lived. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because you're the one guiding them. Right, this is gender, absolutely. What will you say to them? I've come to save you. You explain to the group that you've witnessed their many terrible intertwining fates, and now you're searching for a good ending. Of course, this makes no sense to any of them. Only the maiden understands your compassion. My prayers have been answered. You must be... Or God? No, you're merely the player. If there was any God here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. It does. It is. That's correct. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. I'm the final boss. They're gonna fight me? Oh, it's actually God. Okay, hold on. Now, enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How passé. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. I was hoping they were going to kick my ass, to be quite clear. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto this stage, did you? I'm the narrator storyteller, god of this world. Call me Tragedy if you'd like. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? Yeah, we're fighting God now. I mean, that's chill. You're alone in the darkness with me, Tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God. Time to fight God! The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. I'm gonna defend. Kick my ass, please. You try closing off your heart to protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better? Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. You're right. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Oh, behold my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much of a masochist as me. I don't like this. This is just gender fighting gender. It's not okay. I commend your thoroughness. Surely these characters have a special place in your heart. There's still sufferings backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. That's right. You came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Oh. We've made an actual RPG out of the Ren'Py engine. I love it. Can I get the demon first, please? You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches on the walls. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. Great. I see. So this is tragedy. Ah, you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You've prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. Ha ha ha. I hope you're prepared to face your deaths as well. Tragedy attacks with the terrible fate. Oh, I only have my HP is how many endings, by the way. I'm bringing the maiden in next, because lesbians. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon. I was hoping I would meet one today. You think all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She is the catalyst of this story, after all. My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord, but you see I've grown tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so you ask what it is that she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for this maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there's something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with the terrible fates. Okay. Oh! I can fight now. Interesting. I want to summon them all, I guess, first. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true ending for the underlings suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about a boss battle? The underling, You must be desperate to call in such an unreliable ally. Huh. If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with the terrible fates. I'm sorry, I have to bring everybody back. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon, How can you explain it in a way the hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. Oh, that's so cute. You sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. You remember the state of your body and decide, yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He's overjoyed by your answer. Apparently, his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fates. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero. Please tell me what I can do to reach that dream. What? Wow, because I'm wearing clothes. It's fine. We're good now. The hero will now fight alongside you. I'm not wearing clothes, though. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the one who's been killing us, murderer. I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with the terrible fates. I mean, this is a very, very earthbound kind of ending here. Haha, now that the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me. Oh. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with willpower. Wait, what? Your reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. So I think it's also gonna be hope. Our true endings do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. I'm gonna go with tenacity for the underling. I don't really know if these are right or what's going on yet. Knock me down and I'll come back stronger. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. And then I think the overlord needs to have ambition, not brutality. I'll reach my true ending with my own power. The overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. That's it. Oh, this is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim toward your best possible futures. You unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. Did I really get it right the first try? I'm kind of sad that I didn't make any mistakes. Maybe there's no mistake there and just whatever you pick, or I just got really lucky and all 4 of them were right. Yeah, the art in this game makes me want to throw up. It's so good. I'm sorry if the artist ever hears this. I wasn't trying to be negative. I just throw up when I get really excited. You've done it. You've managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. Starring hero as himself. Thank you, maiden as herself. Thank you, underling as themselves. Thank you, overlord as herself. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder. I personally want to say no. Because I wish that it didn't get happy at the end. I wanted them all to die. But that's just a Beep Salt thing. So I'm going to go with no. Because I'm a Beep Salt. Well, I did my best. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. I got an achievement, your true end. This music reminds me of something too, and I'm trying to see if I can figure out what it is. I did say no. Domino, you're behind. Oh my god, I have the chills. Lesbians! Lesbians! For all eternity, lesbians! We love to see it. There's nothing I like more in this world than lesbians. Thank you for adding that quote. It deserves to be there. RBW, how do you feel that you were the one who made me add the quote button and we have over 1,000 quotes in my database now? I just want to say I appreciate you for that. Something's missing. Oh, you're still here? The curtain is closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell after all. There's one more. Me? You'd like to know why I started this theater? Huh, because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. Is this me? Am I the villain in this game? Is this a Beep Salt game because Beep Salt is the antagonist? You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. I'm actually gonna cry! Why am I gonna cry? I don't cry. Why is this happening? Piece by piece, it falls apart into your hands, revealing. I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. What? Is that the maiden? Or is this just a lady? You can't help but compare my face to the maiden's. I'm not her, but it's not like she... Oh my god, I cannot read this. This is like a lot for me because of what I'm... Like my personal projects that I'm working on. Thank you. I'm glad, RBW. Thank you for saying that. This is a lot for me just because of what I literally just said. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear not another ending, but... the truth? Oh my god, my eyes are burning so bad. I can't even look at the screen right now. I do, but I can't look. All right, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such things as demons or even heroes, really. There was... Oh my god, I literally need a second, actually, Chad. I'm not joking. My eyes are burning so bad. Anyone who's been, playing games with me, when I start laughing so hard that my eyes start watering, sometimes I have to leave the game and not come back because my eyes are burning so bad when they start running. There was a girl eager to set out to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. Oh, lesbians again! A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. The two were inseparable, and for a time everything was just wonderful. But their families, the communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. I don't like that we're gonna add in some homophobia, but that's okay. That's the reality for many. Okay, that's fair. I'll allow it. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We used to like the types of stories where love conquers all, where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship and everything is okay in the end. I lost her, and then I started this theater. But this story does have a happy ending. Huh? Oh, I'm the lesbian. Lesbians! Sorry, my neighbors are probably like, why are the people in this apartment screaming lesbians? I'm really sorry, my neighbors. I do not mean to be literally screaming lesbians at the top of my lungs. Pulls off my mask. It was a lesbian the whole time. I was hoping to find you. It's you. It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but thank you for adding that quote. It was us. We were the lesbians all along. I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. Lesbians. Now, truly, all the lesbians can live happily ever after. Tragedies end. Achievement. Gay. Hold on, wait. Gay. Good gay. Wow, did I get every achievement in that game? Where the fuck is my... No, there's more achievements that I missed.
Let's go lesbians.
Let's go lesbian. Thank you for adding that. Or for saying let's go lesbian. Okay. We missed endings. So we collected all of Tragedy's letters and one called Total Reset. There's one more too that's a hidden achievement. So wait, how did we miss a letter? Oh, we weren't able to read letter 3. There's nothing more to see, my love, but if you'd like to reset, if you really want to experience everything all over again, I'm happy to oblige. I don't want to reset. You're so fickle. Let me know if you change your mind. Wait, but how do I get the last letter? Hold on, we're running some numbers on this one. And okay, the mainframe is reporting the results. Let's see. Yes, gay. The creator's itchpage says, hi, I'm Nami. I like making stories about cute gays to melt your heart. It's true. Okay, we have to do a total reset, but how did we miss a letter? There are 2 options. Keep some of your progress and reset to before you started the true ending, or you can erase all your progress. Okay, so we need to do reset before the true end. Okay. Now I think we need to read that letter that we didn't get to read. I think it was this one. Wait, I thought we read all of these. I think we did read all of these. Didn't we read all of these then? How did I miss some achievements? Please hold, chat. I'm taking a look real quick. How did Tragedy have a letter that we missed? I don't mind doing a total reset, but I thought, let me see what these other achievements are. I'm not a big achievement hunter, as y'all know, but I do want to see what this missing achievement we got or was that we don't have. Bad theater. But when I get this close to getting all the achievements, I just want to get them all, you know? Okay. Yes, the gay button here is linked with a gay button in Discord, and you can only hit it every 5 minutes. Let's see. All achievements. Okay. Wait, but how do we get them? Oh, here we go. Here's the, okay, this document has all the things on how to get them. Get the endings. Okay, let's go down the bottom. Lost letters, collect all the letters. Oh, there's other, okay, so you can die to tragedy and get stuff. Maybe you'll get another letter. Hold on. Let's do this. Yes. Okay, wait. This. Okay. So if we, I don't know why we didn't get all the letters, but we can do different stuff here too. We can like die and stuff. Hold on. Okay. Let's do hi guys. The main is the first to respond. My prayers have been added. You must be her god. No, you're merely the player. Okay. Okay. We're gonna pick different options. All right, I'm sick of all these bad endings. Then frankly, you should never have come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? You think defeating me might be the only way to see a better ending? All right, time to fight God. All right, so I think we need to pick wrong things. You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world. Is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Let me try that again. Can I just keep attacking? No, okay. All right. Okay, so now we just need to summon everyone. I'm gonna summon everyone and then intentionally pick the wrong options and see what happens. Every once in a while you watch a movie that makes you want to 1v1 the director. That was me watching Speak No Evil recently. I would punch that director in his or her face. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the wrong ones. The hero tries using his belief in justice to fight tragedy. That justice applies to you too, does it not? Now you'll pay for your own misdeeds. Okay, so I did just happen to get them all right the first time. So I have to intentionally get these all wrong. So kindness. The maiden tries to appeal to tragedy with kindness. So naive, I'll balance your kindness with my cruelty. He's kicking our asses. All right, we're gonna pick mischief. The underling tries to evade tragedy through mischievous means. You're so much fun. Would you like a reminder of where that mischief will lead you? And then brutality. The overlord tries to fight tragedy with sheer brutality. Oh, has violence really been working out for you so far? I'll show you my own brutality. Okay, so we just have to keep doing it wrong. It's really hard to die here, but we're gonna make it happen, y'all. Okay. All right, this should kill us here, I think. Your HP has run out. You are overcome by tragedy. If you wish to challenge me again, collect more bad endings. You'll be able to reach this path again through the Maiden's True End. I'll be waiting. Okay. Your bad end. That's an achievement. And I got an achievement called Letter Collector. I don't know if I got another letter for that. Hold on. I don't think I got another letter, but maybe when that happened, it finally recognized that I got that other letter. Yeah, I think it just bugged. Hold on. And then if I reload now, the only thing we have to do is completely reset. So in order to do this, we're going to have to blast. We can blast through this really fast. That's the one benefit of Ren'Py is you can really blast through stuff really fast when you... Oh yeah, it's because I did the Maiden's Ending last, which is the one that it wanted me to do last. That's why. That's really interesting that I just happened to play it that way. Okay. All right, so then we're gonna... No, not Justice, that was not it. Willpower, Hope, Tenacity, and then Ambition. I'm gonna say I'm satisfied this time. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily, right? So this is what happened last time. I can't, so I was like, I can't skip credits. All right. We're just gonna bust through this really fast. Me, you'd like to know why I started this theater? Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. Lesbians. Don't make me cry, lesbians, please. Thank you. All right, so now we have to just reset the game. We have to reset totally. And now we've gotten all the achievements. Your progress has been completely reset. Does this count as a bad ending? Well, just in case, total reset end. Haha, you silly little game. What a 10 out of 10 game. 11 out of 10 game. Not a single fucking flaw in the whole of it. What a good fucking video game. Thank you everyone who hung out with me while I played this. I know that it was mostly just me reading to you all. But sometimes that's fun for a stream, you know? That was really good. It's on itch. It's on both on itch and on Steam. Either way, whichever way you'd like to pick it up. What's the music thing? Is it just like to just listen to the music? Very nice. Oh. Are they the same? Wait, what's this? Oh, random. There's a random button for the music too? Nice. Good job, game devs. That was great. Alrighty. I'm gonna go to my ending credits now because I have to be streaming at... Oh, the game is in the Google Play Store as well? That's awesome. I'm going to be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. To play and Scare-a-thon. We're going to play Bloodwash. I still haven't decided if I'm going to be on camera or not. I still haven't decided what the donation things are. I don't fucking know. All I know is I'll be there at 8 in the morning. And in fact, I'll be there at 6 in the morning because AOL is